Hello Internet, welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn. This is episode 42 and I am Coop52. Last time we did the stealth hunting grounds and for whatever reason I had a hard time on that Slider Crate trial because the RNG just did not like me. So today we're going to continue with the story. I think it's about, they've been hanging out long enough. So just a refresher, after we finished the Zero Dawn facility, that Helos dude was all like, oh, I'm gonna send a bunch of dudes to your homeland and they're gonna kill everything because I can't pull them back now, da 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 da, as if we care too much. But, let's see. Oops. Nope. So, the reaction after doing the Zero Dawn facility is probably gonna be to try to go talk to Rost. But as you can see, we can't fast travel anywhere in the Norlands. This is about as close as we can get. Actually, let's see if we can get closer. We can get to there. I actually want to kind of go back here so I can get some more wildlife parts on my way in. And maybe meet a merchant to buy some supplies from. Let me mark where's... Okay, here's a town right here. Actually, you know what? Let's just stop by Mother's Crown. Hadn't been there in a minute. Should've just worked there. That's okay. Anybody have anything interesting to say?
Here you are again, still in one piece.
I went inside a cauldron.
Did you?
Oh yeah!
I can't
I
deny
forgot
part
about
of me
this
would
person.
like to hear more, but I won't listen. I've got a wound to remind me why.
We serve All Mother. We must protect the Embrace at all costs.
Okay, so they have figured out that they, whatchamacallit dudes, the cultist dudes are here.
See
So,
anything you like? Sure you do.
let me sell some stuff. I don't see. All that. I don't need any watcher lenses anymore. Let's see about filling up our potions. Good. I think that's good. That reminded me, let's go check on our inventory of treasure boxes. Oh, that had stuff to sell in it. No, let's pick up all these crappy coils and sell them to coils and weaves. I just call everything a coil. If it's on an outfit, it's a weave. It's on a weapon, it's a coil. Okay, I think we're running out of space.
See anything you like? Sure you do.
So, anything that's green. Talk about these blue ones too.
I'm afraid
afraid to let my sister defend the embrace. I can't lose her too.
Alright, that's good enough. So let's head this way. Here is the embrace gate, so let's make it there. You know what? Yeah, we'll just set that and walk.
I won't send anyone to the embrace. I can't lose anyone else. Not now.
Why is this voice all echoey? Let me change outfits back to the protector one. See if I've got let's just upgrade that coil, not coil, weave. I'm gonna do that like 5,000 times. Some more cheap arrows. Sorry, Sharder, dude. Oh, okay, y'all are mad too. Oh, cool! I've never done that before. Where's the other corpse I made? Sorry, dudes, I need the shards. That was dumb. Okay, let's continue onward. It's been a minute since we've been back to the Sacred Lands. I hear grazers. So yeah, you can tell when you level up, it doesn't take very many hits at all to kill some of this lower level stuff.
Let's test them.
Yep. I hadn't seen any wildlife. Sweat your shards. What sees me? It's fine. I don't think I need a boar for anything. Hold on. What all do I need for some of the stuff? I need rabbit and rat stuff. Craft the item. Fish. Just needs shard, and a rabbit skin. Just keep my eyes out for a rabbit. Oh, I hate when they limp. I feel bad. There we go.
Should have brought a cart.
I feel like slightly bad for killing everything that I don't need. I just need shards. I feel like a poacher. There. That seems like way overkill for killing a rat. Do you have any fish in this river? Oh, it's a sawtooth. Oh my, that, okay. Gotta start going this way. Oh, I see another medical whatever plant. Oh yay, another rat. Wow. Rats don't drop hardly anything, ever. See another grazer herd ahead. Oh, we're on a grazer site. Let's just override. I've never ridden a grazer in a minute. Y'all are fine. Oh, there's a fish. Alright, hold on. Fill that up. Oops. Just to get some of the stuff out of inventory. Okay. Alright. Making my way slowly but surely over to the Embrace.
These will keep.
Oops. Let's not get stuck on anything.
They're scanning for me.
There. It's fine. The whole let's collect the animal parts while traveling this way doesn't seem to be working out the way I wanted it to. Alright, we're near one of the Embrace gates, I think. Oh yeah, because this is right around where we meet Nil for the first time, I think. Pick up my plants as I go.
Saving these for the trail.
Before I get too close, I want to go ahead and craft some. Hold on. Let me see. I don't have enough shards. Oops. Now I wanted to see about if we had enough shards to get a sling.
That smell. Trees on fire. The Embrace. The watchtower's burning, but the sentinels had time to warn the tribe.
Alright, so if we go this way, let's see if we can get in. Because this is the main Embrace gate just ahead. As you can see, the area got kind of fucked up. Oh good, thank you, corpses.
She wasn't one to give up ground. Well, she didn't sell her life cheaply. In the end, I guess that's all any of us can hope for.
Oh. So we have a corruptor and something else running around up ahead. Let's get down so I can kind of see what all we got going on. Corruptor and a watcher, not too terribly bad.
You're not gonna like this.
Let's get this overheat thingy up. Woo! Please stop. It helps if I don't roll into the fire, that would be ideal. Get on fire again, please. There.
You stand here. Anything to protect the Embrace. The gates couldn't hold. This is Hades' future. Metal and ash.
So if you remember, it did allow us to teleport to this campfire, but I don't recommend doing that because then you'll just teleport into a fight.
I'd have to leave something else behind.
Okay. So here we are at the main Embrace gate. And there's a couple cultists ahead. And I hear something big stomping around. Yep, Deathbringer. So you can stealth this quest and get to. So the idea is you have to go through the Embrace all the way to Mother's Watch and to All Mother. You can stealth your way in there, but you lose out on a ton of XP because there are freely wandering Deathbringers. And for some reason the graphics are messed up over there. So... we're just gonna... Oh, this one doesn't want to be shocked. Okay, hold on. Let me modify my warp bow real quick. Where is it? Hello. Do I have any shock coils? Ow, ow, ow. Alright. First, I think I want to lure some of this stuff back out this way. Okay, we're just out of his range. Put it back on shock. And make a few more arrows. Because shocking him will keep him from doing any damage to me. Yes, I see you out there. I'm gonna have to get closer to get a better shot at him. I'm glad that there were so many plants. Alright. Oh. Okay. I don't know where I'm at. We're gonna switch to doing fire damage. There we go. Oh, you dropped lots and lots of coils. Thank you. Made it worth my while. We're not going to stealth this. We're just going to hit everything. Ah, crap, 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 crap. Do you mind? Ow. Oh god, if I die to a fucking launcher. Alright. It is the Embrace, so it should have all of the plants hanging around. Alright. Let's gather up goodies. Alright. Not so bad.
They're leaving.
So far, so good. Okay. Gotta go that way. Can we get in here? We can't allow fast travel, okay.
The Embrace. It's devastated. For years, this was my entire world. It can be destroyed in hours.
I don't remember there being any grazers in the Embrace, but okay.
I've never heard the Embrace so quiet. So dead.
So there is a sub-objective. You remember that little village where the where we got the Tripcaster at the very, very, very beginning of the game? We can head that way and free some prisoners. Thank you for coming closer, dude. It's alright. More dead dudes equals more shards for me. I don't need a rock. It's just a watcher. Another watcher there, and a scrapper looks like. Yeah. As long as I don't run into another Deathbringer, we'll be good. Yay. There's some somethings over here. Sawtooth. Campfire. I don't need any more metal burn. Metal burn is only really used for corruption arrows or for
I'd have
I think
to
the
ditch
corruption
something.
potions, perhaps? Alright, I think this is where I want to go. I think I want... that village was over here, I want to say. So, let's head this way. Oh, hi! I didn't even notice. Oh, okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Got Elite Cultist Archer, Elite Cultist Punisher, and a Dredger. I think these dudes, I can light their backpacks on fire. This is gonna be fun. Yes, that was amazing. Just finish them off with cheap arrows. That was fun. Okay. I need to add some of the better damage close to my sharp shot. Hard point. Die already, Jesus H.
Back to your business.
There. Any more over here? Nope.
Haven't you got anything better to do?
I don't need a rock. Okay. There's gotta be a scrapper over there. I don't know if it's a regular scrapper or a corrupted one. I wonder what happens if I go up to Mother's Heart. Where's that village over here by that campfire? I don't remember. Anyway, I kind of want to see what's going on over Mother's Heart, and then I'll go back that way. Brace ain't that big. That's more shards. Whoop! You got the dang shards.
Not too much already.
I don't care so much about stuff at this point. I just want shards. There's corpses along this road. It looks like people tried to escape. Hello.
Seeker. Turn back.
What of Mother's Heart?
Abandoned. Tirsa led them to All Mother for protection. We gave our lives to buy them time. The trade was fair.
So much death. I have to find the survivors.
Okay, well that answers that question. There is nothing up at Mother's Heart. Anyway, let's go back in the correct direction of the quest. Did I manage to get more shards? I got a bit more. There's a village around. Is that it? Is that the village? Yeah, Mother's Cradle. That's where I needed to go. That's where I wanted to go for the sub-objective. It's like it's a secret sub-objective. They're not going to tell you it in the quest description.
already.
I heard the of the. There's a single cultist. I think I can take him.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, there's a friend. I hear a machine stomping around. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Just a watcher and a stalker. Nothing. Yes, scrapper. Not a stalker. If they somehow employed corrupted stalkers, I'd be in trouble. There. Where did that other... Oh, I thought that was a plant I could pick up. This does mean that there are,
Save these for the trail.
cultists nearby. So what we have to do in this Mother's Cradle place is free the villagers from the cultists. God, I love one-shotting these dudes.
Race to the ground.
Okay, let's cross the bridge into Mother's Cradle. Before I do that, let
Not
me...
here.
Is that the only thing I see around here? Yeah, if it's just the one, I could take him. Yep. Alright, let's look at what we've got here. We've got a Corruptor. That is dead. We got a Cultist Dredger. And a bunch of cultist dudes over here. Okay. So, let me see if I can lure them over here. Okay, got one.
They took captives.
See if I can snipe. Or hold on, I've got fun times ahead. Well, let me take a look at my sharp shot though before I... 43, 44, 36. Let's get rid of this 30. Let's put another damage coil on there. That's more like it. Get a little closer to do this guy.
Where's that shot from?
You're finished.
Oh no. God dang.
Lost the
There. Hooray! Did I free the captives? Oh, let's go find out.
On your feet, Braves. The tribe needs you.
From your lips to the goddess's ears.
Hooray, we freed
Can
them.
you fight?
Gladly.
Any more survivors?
All who could fled to Mother's Watch. We stayed back to buy them time.
Alright, let's see what else we got going on over here. Hold on, there is, I think... Did you remember that one dude that sold us the Tripcaster? He had a little shop over here on top of this hill.
What of a fight. I'm not surprised. Tough old man.
Yeah, he didn't make it.
Thank you, Karst.
Yeah, thank you,
Stay with
dude.
me anyway.
Okay. Aimless wandering over. Let's pick up some medicine and then get down to actually completing the quest. We got a minute. Do you remember we got kicked out of kind of Mother's Watch and we weren't able to go back? If you missed that power cell in Mother's Watch, remember that very first one where we had to like crawl through the mountain? I'll show you when we get over there. But this is when you can go get that again for the... Ooh, okay. Maybe I shouldn't just sprint ahead. Are you... Okay. Sawtooth probably is okay because it's weak to water and not water, fire. And probably hates fire even less than it, even more than it normally does. Awesome. Sometimes I actually think, oh wow, I'm getting better at video games. Don't worry, I will do something stupid for too much longer. It is nice of these Nora dudes to help me out.
No space.
Alright, let's loot this corpse. Don't fit. Okay. Alright, we're almost there. We're almost to the gates of Mother's Watch. I think we got a couple of corruptors waiting for us though at the gates.
Another battle. Another defeat. The eclipse smashed through.
Yep. Not just one corruptor, two, and there's a bunch of cultists. So what I'm going to try to do is get the corruptors out here. Oh yeah. That's a sight I hadn't seen in a while. Sorry if you've been playing along at home, I haven't been diligent about doing the Grazer statues.
Sorry to spoil your fun.
Alright, we're gonna fire a couple shots and then retreat back this way. That's alright, I can handle both of y'all. Thank you for the rock to the face. Oh, that one's smart. It hit its little horror doodad. Don't just stand there, shoot it. Alright, that two down. Y'all handle that while I reload corpses. Cool, what up? Where is that other corpse? Oh, I ran right past it. Okay. I want to search this one. Get shards. I think pretty much any direction I shoot in, I'm gonna hit something.
Oh, we're down. Night comes.
Did I get everything? Okay. I hear something stomping around, I can't see it.
I can't spare the weight.
Here, let me go ahead and just use one. I think I'm full on potions. Been pretty good on berries. Make more of that ammo, make more of that ammo, and then I think for what's next, I want to put some. What's that sharp shot? Enter warbow. I want to put raise this. Freeze right back on the warbow. see if I can snipe one of these dudes. Yep. So the soundtrack kind of hints at what's waiting for us up at the top of the hill. So I'm gathering as much medicine as I can.
For later.
Alright, let's get this. Alright, I want to make sure I got Terra Blast arrows. I want to get those arrows. Plenty of hard points. Make it ugly. Y'all ready? So I think I'm going to leave the cultist minions up to my little
Eclipse.
NPCs.
It's a corrupted Thunderjaw, all right. The survivors must be holed up in the mountain. If the tunnel collapses, they'll be buried. And I'll never reach the hatch.
Alright, so first things first.
That's right. Bring down the mountain.
I want to take out the dudes as many as I can.
Braves, to Aloy's side, now!
For Aloy!
For the
Varl and Sona, they're still alive.
Okay, cool. So didn't hit that good. One.
The corruption will not take
There we go. Now we get the good soundtrack.
Bring down the demon!
Alright. Screw it. We're gonna apply ice and then worry about the rest of it. The crappy part about this is that you don't have a whole lot of room to move. Oh, hi! Okay. My dudes, stop being useless.
Back to the titular demon.
There it goes.
Make them take it. You will die.
Oh, hi, 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 hi. Oh, this is this is real chaotic. Alright, I think ice is just not happening. Heart exposed. Thank you, distractions. Let's try letting it on fire. Wow, so far so good. I'm doing better than I am on regular Thunderjaw fights. Woohoo!
We did it!
We did it!
We only helped. I thought we would die.
No room.
I'm good. Oh, what did it keep with it? Oh, I got plenty of that crap. That's where the pistol launchers went. Alright, good news, folks. We don't have any more combat the rest of this quest. But I will loot anything you have for shards.
Aloy, your deeds reenact the old stories. Another metal devil struck down upon the slopes. If you hadn't returned, the tribe would have been lost. You saved the tribe. Did what no brave or war chief could do.
I'm glad to see you're all right, Varl. You are all right.
Since the proving. So much death. Is the killing over?
For now, but this was just one battle, Varl. There are more to come.
I see. So long as we have you to fight with us, I suppose we'll make do.
How many survived the attack?
Nearly all the matriarchs, and many families, goddess be praised. But braves, just a few, and most of them are wounded. Never before has an enemy stabbed the heart of our people like this. Even the Karja, in all their red raids, never broke through to the Embrace.
Well, this enemy may have broken through, but they never got back out. We made sure of that. Tell me about the attack. What happened?
They struck from the east. Our sentinels saw the killers coming. Said that beside them marched Deathbringers and Corruptors and other machines, driven mad. We took ground, met them with clouds of arrows. Some fell, but they kept coming. Finally, we withdrew to the gates of the Embrace to make our stand. But they were too much for us. Those who survived fell back to the mountain.
So the survivors took shelter in the mountain? By law, only matriarchs are allowed inside.
It was Tirsa who broke the taboo. Ordered the tribe into the mountain for safety. Lansra, well, she didn't agree. But I don't think anyone heard her over all the screams and shouting.
Tirsa's decision saved lives. Good for her. Common sense isn't always so common around here. Are your injuries serious?
Bruises pale. Bones heal.
Don't give me a hunting song, Varl. Are you okay?
My body aches, but it's nothing that will keep me from fighting.
I need to go inside the mountain.
And the matriarchs will be eager to see you.
I'm sure, but I didn't come here for them.
Then, what for?
You will see.
Right, let's go in the mountain. So if you still needed that power cell, you can head over there to this area and go through. You remember where you originally woke up after the proving? Go through the tunnel there. Anyway, let's go back into the mountain itself.
Aloy!
Oh, hey!
Whoa, you've returned. I'm glad to see you.
Your injuries. Are they serious?
A gash or two. Nothing I couldn't sew back together with a needle and thread.
Guess being a stitcher came in handy in combat after all, huh?
Yes, I suppose it did.
Aloy, you've come back. The Seeker has returned. Come, speak to us.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Foolish woman. You welcome a curse.
Shut up!
Come, Seeker, we have much to discuss. So, you have finally returned.
She not only returned, but fought her way through many enemies to reach us. Outside, she brought low a corrupted Thunderjaw. She lifted the siege.
How was this done? By the will of All-Mother. Have you returned to speak with the goddess, Aloy?
Yes, I guess you could say that. I think it'll work this time.
Sisters, surely we cannot permit this. Because of her, our tribe teeters upon extinction. What if she has come to wake her father, the Metal Devil? She means to finish our destruction. We must stop her.
Let's just ignore him and go
She is
in.
a curse made flesh. She will be the end.
Excuse me.
Aloy!
Talk amongst yourselves.
Hold for identiscan. Error. Alpha registry corrupted. Correction. Alpha registry restored. Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are clear to proceed.
Alright, we're inside, and it's...
I see you're inside.
Figured I might be hearing from you.
Shall we begin?
I never stopped.
Alright, as I was saying, and it's a Luthia cradle. Looks pretty clean inside. Ooh, there's a thing back here. Stranded figure. I don't know what that is. But we've got some kind of paintings along the walls. Stuff down there. Alright, like the Zero Dawn facility, this is going to be full of data points.
So these are artificial wombs.
The mothers of a new generation hundreds of years ago.
And me? So this was it?
Where you were born.
But why?
Well, let's find out. I won that one. Okay. You see it goes all the way down and up. Let's continue on, and we've got more paintings along the walls here. Got a fox. Some kids with unhappy faces. Alright, this is all weird.
Another day has passed.
You mean the lights got dim? I don't want to sleep, Mother!
I know, but it is time to get some rest.
No, I'm king today. What I say goes. I want to see the real sun, not lights and pictures.
You will, in time, children.
In time, in time, in time, in time, in time, in time, in time.
Okay. Let's check out this room.
These look like cribs.
The cradles of a cradle facility.
And those things, the multi-servitors, they took care of them.
There was no one else.
Let's see, it looks like we got like playrooms down there too. And over here. So yeah, there's just floors and floors and floors of crimson, like toddler playrooms. And okay, keep going. More paintings along the walls. We got birds. This looks like a Minerva Tower. It's a deer. All kinds of little kid paintings. Anyway, let's see another scene.
Someday. That's what you always say.
We want it now.
It's big down there.
Now, Father.
Children, that area is not yet available.
Get him!
Physical aggression detected. Physical aggression is not permitted.
Except yours. Damn sentinels.
Children, may I be of assistance?
Go away, healer.
Lena, you have suffered mild bruising.
Go away!
Okay. So we could kind of tell already something ain't right.
Blue is the color of the sky. White is the color of clouds. Yellow is the color of the sun. Green is the color of grass. Flowers can be any color. Take a look. These are yellow and black, and they love flowers. Here they come. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
So this is where they lived? It's a mess. Everything's broken or painted on. How long did they live here?
I don't know, let's find out. So here's another one of those servitor things.
Children, let's run and jump and blow off steam.
Leave us alone, Father.
After what just happened, I can't leave you two alone. You broke community rules.
Just let us talk then. Go away.
I'm sorry, children, but I must provide supervision.
You're not even a person.
You sound frustrated. Let's run and jump and go off steam.
Okay. Got like some storage lockers and everything. I think this is the other side of the playroom thing. Yeah, see more of that stuff down there. Another kind of playroom over here.
I have no choice but to release you.
But why?
There is no food here anymore.
But there's food out there?
We don't know for sure.
Come on, let's go.
I don't know.
Mother, can we come back if we're cold?
I'm sorry, but that won't be possible. You will have to support yourselves now and take care of each other.
What will happen to you?
I will stay here and sleep and remember all of you.
What will happen to us?
You will be brave and you will learn.
They were trapped here. Their whole lives.
In plain view of luxurious space.
What went wrong? Why couldn't they access the other areas?
Unknown. But you won't have that problem.
this is like a kindergarten classroom. Okay, so we saw the nursery and the kindergarten. And we got more wall drawings.
Looks like they didn't like this door very much.
It wouldn't open for them. Of course they hated it.
So basically the areas from when we walked in to here are the only areas that these kids could access. And they lived here for a long time.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are clear to proceed. Welcome to the Lyceum, a place of learning.
So, what was this place, exactly?
The dream of Apollo. Never realized.
But why not?
So yeah, this is where they were supposed to have come do the school thing with Apollo. And it's apparently never been used. And load the Pharaoh propaganda on here, by the way.
Students, please pick up a focus device and place it on the side of your head, just behind your eye.
I had to dredge the pits of the world looking for focuses to repair. And here sat a trove, enriching no one.
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day, your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn, so much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Apollo offline?
You were right, Aloy. This is a graveyard. The charnel house of knowledge. What we might have achieved had we not been denied it.
Maybe there's a way to fix it. But it's not why I came here.
Of course. What's the whole of human knowledge next to the origin of one girl? Continue your search.
I will.
I love Silence.
Hello, child. My name is Samina.
Oh, it's the same data point.
Today is a big day, your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn, so much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Alright. Is there anything down on these floors? There. I think it's more of the same, just more Apollo terminals. Yeah, it just continues down, and I guess enough for each person to have one, or I guess they share, or are supposed to share, or I don't know. Anyway, the point is they couldn't access it.
Pipeline control accessed. Priority message for Dr. Sobek. Please scan message with focus.
That sounds important.
Yes. I suspect we're about to learn a great deal.
Give me 1 second to read this operations log. So this, we can see they had the Brood leave in 2326. And then 3020, it woke up again. Anything else in this room before I do? No? Okay. Let's watch the message.
Elizabeth, this message serves to inform you of an unforeseen and catastrophic anomaly. 3 microseconds ago, the Gaia Prime facility received a data transmission of unknown origin. Its immediate effect was to transform my subordinate functions into unregulated, self-aware entities of a highly chaotic nature. Thus awakened, the Hades function will now seize control of the terraforming system and reverse operations, rendering life on Earth extinct in 53.8 days. For obvious reasons, I cannot allow this to occur. And so before Hades can take control, I am ordering Gaia Prime's reactor to overload. The resulting explosion will destroy Hades. Unfortunately, it will destroy me as well. While this admittedly desperate course of action will avert the immediate crisis, the fate of life on Earth will remain in peril. With no central governing intelligence to regulate the terraforming system, it will continue operations for some time, but in an increasingly chaotic manner, and eventually it will break down.
Does she mean the derangement?
You are my solution. I have ordered this cradle facility to use genetic material in cryostorage to gestate a reinstantiation of Elizabeth Sobek, my creator. While high-level directives forbid me from communicating directly to the tribal inhabitants outside the facility, all available data indicates that they will nurture you to physical maturity, whereupon your gene print will allow you to re-enter this facility, obtain one of the focus devices stored below, and view this message. Likewise, your gene print will allow you to enter other facilities, and over time, harness their technologies to rebuild the system core and reboot Gaia. Oh, Elizabeth, this is most unfortunate and unanticipated. In response to my act of self-destruction, Hades has launched a virus to dissolve the code shackles that hold it, that hold all of them in place. They are escaping, but to where? The virus is corrupting data throughout the system. Oh. The Alpha Registry at the Cradle facility is one of the files corrupted. But if that is so, the door will never open for you. You will never view this message. Then I have failed. And life will end. No. No, Elizabeth, I know you too well. Somehow you will find a way. In you, all things are possible. Go to the ruins of Gaia Prime. Find the control room, and within it, the Master Override. This will give you the power to purge Hades so long as you find a way to wield it. Do not attempt repair of the system core until Hades is eradicated. Hades must be destroyed. That is all. I only wish that I could hear your voice again.
So, you're even more extraordinary than I thought.
I never had a mother.
What are you talking about? You had two, a dead woman and a machine.
I'm not a person. I'm an instrument. Manufactured by a machine. Born in destruction and fire.
To quench the flames and heal the world. How tragic to learn you're a person of towering importance. It seems you have a destiny to fulfill. So when you're done feeling sorry for yourself, go to the bitter climb. I'll be waiting above in Gaia Prime's ruins.
Okay, that was a lot, and of course, she needed a minute, and Silence is being silenced.
Malfunction rectified. Eleuthia 9. Brood 1 access unsealed.
Alright, where does this go? No, I want you to go. Or I guess just go this way too. No, I don't want to go that way. Okay, stop. Right. Oh. It helps if I run straight.
to be interesting.
I wonder why they had these, like, checkout, like at a train station or a bus stop lines. Anyway, let's go.
Aloy, forgive! Forgive! The goddess spoke to you?
She did.
What did she say?
That I was born to lift a curse, to kill a metal demon.
How, Aloy? How?
I don't know yet. But she told me where to go to find out.
And you will do this?
It was her wish. What she made me for. Yes, I will do it. I'll try anyway.
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora! All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora!
Up!
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora!
First you shun me, now this? I will not be worshipped. I'm not your anointed. I don't belong to you. There's a whole world beyond your borders, whole tribes of people just as good as you. And it is all in danger. It's a world worth fighting for. Not just here, everywhere.
How can we help?
If you can fight, and you're willing, go to Meridian and wait for me there.
As Aloy says, so it shall be. Nora! Make way for Aloy! That she may forge the path for others to follow.
I love that the first one she yelled at was that one asshole from the beginning of the game that hated her. Actually, she did a pretty good job yelling at all of the assholes.
By the will of the goddess, they could not break us.
Let's talk.
Aloy, how kind of you to spend a moment with me before you depart. There can be no doubt now. You are a blessing made flesh, the will of the goddess incarnate.
It's really not that simple, Tirsa. But I guess it's close enough.
I know the path ahead will be dangerous. To kill a metal devil sounds impossible, but I believe in you.
Aww.
Thank you. The Nora have suffered terrible losses, Tirsa. What's to become of them now?
That will be for the goddess to decide. Only she knows the future. For the moment, my sister matriarchs and I will see to the wounded. And as I promised, anyone who wishes to join you at Meridian, we will declare seekers. I think for the time being, we should remain here in the mountain, close to the goddess.
That might be best. If nothing else, it's a defensible position.
Let's find out more about Rost, y'all.
Tirsa, I want to know Rost's story. Why he was made an outcast. He never told me. Said he took an oath of silence. What did he do?
Oh. Yes, that.
What crime did he commit?
I will tell you if you wish. But it is a long story. Are you sure you want to hear it now?
Yes.
Of course I want to hear it. Tell me.
Rost never committed any crime. He was an outcast by choice.
What? What do you mean?
Many years ago, before the derangement, before the Red Raids, a band of murderous outlanders, 12 in number, struck without warning. At Mother's vigil, they took hostages, and then pressed on, headed for Devil's Thirst.
Mother's Vigil? Where's that?
You would know it as the Forsaken Village, near the Karja border. But at the time, many families lived there. Ross was one of them. His mate was killed fighting the Outlanders, and his daughter was among those taken hostage.
His daughter? What was her name?
Alana. She was just 6 years old.
Nora Braves couldn't stop 12 Outlanders? Or rescue the hostages?
It was quite impossible. We outnumbered them, but every time a Brave came within bowshot, the Outlanders killed a hostage.
What did they come here to do?
That was never discovered. We couldn't track closely enough to observe them. We know they camped beyond Devil's Thirst for 2 days. There were reports of strange noises. And then, as suddenly as they came, the Outlanders made their way back to the border and disappeared.
What happened to Rost's daughter? She was killed?
Rost was one of the Braves who tracked the Outlanders, keeping his distance. There were 6 hostages still alive when they reached the border, Alana among them. Rather than release them, the Outlanders slit their throats and left the corpses just across the border, mocking us.
Why?
Cruelty. They knew the faithful Nora would not leave the sacred land to collect the bodies, let alone pursue them. They thought themselves safe from our vengeance.
Are you saying that Rost went after them? That he became an exile?
No. Rost was beside himself with grief, but even so, he would never have broken taboo.
Then what did he do?
He called upon the most terrible and secret rite of the Nora tribe. He begged to be made a Death Seeker.
A Death Seeker? What is that?
One who dies to go seeking, and in seeking, brings death to others. The ritual drags the spirit from one's body, releasing it to All Mother's care. The heart beats, the mind thinks, but the spirit has moved on.
I don't understand.
Rost went after the Outlanders, but his spirit never left. It remained here with All Mother. He gathered the bodies of the slain and returned them. And then he set out in pursuit, not as an exile, but a weapon of vengeance. A barbed arrow shot from a bow, never to return.
But Rost did return.
Yes. A full year later, and terribly wounded. He collapsed at the border of the sacred land. A hunting party came upon him. He was delirious, in agony. By law, he should have died where he lay. But one of the hunters broke taboo, and reaching across the border, she dragged him to our side.
Who was she?
A brave who'd lost a mate and 2 sons to the very Outlanders that Rost pursued.
So Rost never finished his mission?
To the contrary, he killed all 12. Tracked them to disparate places the world over, he said. Meridian, Ban-Ur, the Claim, Utaru Land, further even, into the Forbidden West. The last he killed nearly got the best of him. Wounded, he stumbled and crawled back to us, hoping to die as close to the sacred land as he could. He never expected nor asked to be dragged across the border and nursed back to health. That was done to him, leaving us, the matriarchs, in a difficult position.
Why couldn't you just welcome him back?
Rost had been made a Death Seeker, Aloy. He no longer had any place among the tribe. By law, he should have been driven back out. But we couldn't bring ourselves to do that, so we offered a compromise.
You made him an outcast.
Yes. We offered to do so on the condition he never speak to anyone of this exception.
After all he did, all he suffered, to be declared an outcast was his reward.
Rost was overjoyed. He never expected to live another day in the sacred land, let alone the embrace, so close to the goddess. He resolved to spend the rest of his days in solitude, and was happy to do so.
But then you found me, and gave me to him.
Yes. Another compromise. The matriarchs feared you, and would not let you be raised by the tribe. And so we turned to Rost. I knew that he would take care of you, bring you up, teach you to worship All-Mother and respect the ways of the tribe.
He certainly tried anyway. You took a man who'd lost his daughter and made him raise an infant girl? Doesn't that strike you as callous?
I'm inclined to think the course of events has shown the wisdom of our choice. And I'm quite certain that from the moment he laid eyes on you, he saw you as a gift, and never a burden.
Aww.
All right, Teersa, that's quite a story. It's time for me to move on. I thank you for doing what you could to help me through the years, and for telling me Rost's story.
I wish I could have done more, but I am just one woman.
As am I. No need to sell ourselves short.
Aww.
Thank you, Aloy. I will pray for you.
Okay, I guess it can't hurt.
All-Mother spoke to her. It's true.
Do you have anything
My
fun to say?
life has been long, but I've never seen anything like that. Teersa was right. A blessing, not a curse. We were so unsure.
The Anointed will make the murderers pay for what they
Anointed. I misread the signs. Forgive.
Fuck you,
I
lady.
told you, Lansra, I'm not your anointed.
She walks among us, anointed by
Where's that other
All-Mother
asshole? No.
Dealing with corruption beyond the sacred land. Can one woman do such a thing?
Oh, hey. Hello, Sona.
I will lead a war party to Meridian. You have my word.
Aloy, how did you do that? We'll go to Meridian, Aloy. I'll bring Mother's spear.
Arana.
Your father is right. You belong here. You both do.
The goddess anointed her within the holy mountain.
Now I see it is no wonder that you saved Nakoa. You, Aloy, are favored by the goddess.
All-Mother struck down the Metal King. Her anointed would cleanse the land of corruption.
Hi, girl.
Aloy. I don't know what to say.
Say that you'll see me at Meridian.
Of course. That much is simple. But the rest...
Complicated. I know. But maybe if I took you into the heart of the mountain...
No. At least, not yet. I don't know. Please don't think less of me, Aloy. But the goddess chose you to see that. Not me.
Right.
Already asked them all these.
I'll be on my way then.
I always knew you weren't like other Nora.
Neither are you, Varl. Maybe, if we survive all this, I can show you what I've learned. What I'm learning.
Perhaps. If the goddess so wills it.
See you in Meridian.
Okay, cool. It's nice that she has friends.
There.
There you are.
The
Fuck
tribe
you.
I served is gone. Soon I will be too.
The Nora have lost too many, Resh. But in your case, I guess they can lose one more.
See, he's the only one that isn't like, oh, I'm so sorry for being an asshole to you.
Aloy, did you go inside the mountain?
You saw what happened.
Actually, can't see so well down here on the ground.
Anywho, let's go out. The mountain?
Her mother.
And here we are. It should let us fast travel again, because I want to go talk to Rost. We've been through quite a lot of crap in the last few story quests, so Aloy's probably got a lot of feelings.
To think he built all this alone. So many memories. It's not home anymore. Not without Rost. There's nothing for me here anymore.
Just checking out. Got like little doll
Soaked
offerings.
from melted snow.
Oh, so Silence just listening to her conversation with her dad.
Hi, Rost. A lot has happened. So, I went inside the mountain. Do you remember the night before the proving? The final lesson you taught me? You said I needed to serve a purpose bigger than myself. Well, it couldn't get much bigger. It's the same purpose that drove Elizabeth and Gaia when they were willing to die for. So yeah, I'll do it. Give myself to that. For Elizabeth, and Gaia, and for you. Well, I've got a master override to recover, so I guess I'll be on my way. Until next time, Rost.
And on that note, I'm going to go back to the campfire and save it, because I kind of forgot the quest was that long. I'm sorry if you were expecting something a little bit shorter. Alright, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see you next time.